Hello, welcome to my Autumn Cozies video. In today's video, I want to share my favorite cozy things for autumn with you. Books, movies, TV shows, and all kinds of things that I love to get cozy with for the cooler weather. Since it is a booktube channel here, I would want to start with books. And everyone associates October with spooky and horror and mystery thriller books. But I also love a little bit of cozy, snuggly reads that give you such a warm and fuzzy feeling inside. I just love a good chick lit for the cooler, colder nights to get snuggly with. And then my favorites are, first of all, Sophie Kinsella books. I love her so much. Her best work probably is The Secret Dream World of a Shopaholic. So the Shopaholic series is amazingly good. It's just such a good read. It takes you away to a different place, which is not so dissimilar to my own life because I also love shopping and sometimes it's an all-consuming thing for me. So it's absolutely cozy to get snuggly with a book like this. But I also love her other work. And then my favorite non-shopaholic book by Sophie Kinsella would be The Undomestic Goddess. It's so amazing. It's about a girl who kind of tries to be domestic and gets a job as a housekeeper. There's romance, there are funny things going on, accidents and all kinds of adventures. I love these kinds of books for this kind of a weather. My other favorite kind of a chick lit author would be Lauren Weisberger. She wrote The Devil Wears Prada, and that's one of my favorite books ever because I just love the whole thing so much. But her other book, well, she has a couple now out, and this is Everyone Worth Knowing. I think this was the second one after the Prada book. And the way she describes domestic life, the life of the heroine after work and after she's at home is so amazing. I love her descriptions of women and of women's life outside of work. That's just a really cozy feeling. So I love Lauren Weisberger's books. This is one of my favorites. It's called Everyone Worth Knowing. And another genre that I really love reading during the fall season is some really cozy stories that you can go back to anytime. And those are childhood stories that you were in love with when you were a kid, and you can always go back to them. And I have just two of my favorite ones here. I have Mary Poppins. So perfect. I love Mary Poppins. I love the movie. I love to watch the movie. Actually, both movies now. They're both great, but the Julie Andrews is just so a genius one that I love that. But Mary Poppins is just always a great idea to give you a cozy feeling. And then I have Gerald Durrell. I could say any of his books, but this one that I have is My Family and Other Animals, this is My Family and Other Animals by Gerald Durrell. It has animals in it, it's funny, it's light, it's cozy. It's the best type of a read for a really warm and fuzzy feeling inside. And I don't think I could, make a video about cozy things without mentioning cozy mysteries, which is one of my favorite genres ever. I'm just so glad it exists. Now there are so many kinds and subgenres in that. It's so overwhelming. I just don't even know it. There's gardening, there's knitting, there is tailoring, there's cooking, then there's baking, and so many things. But a huge classic, and I think that's kind of a crime story, whodunit, thriller, cozy mystery, but the classic is Agatha Christie, and this is A Pocket Full of Rye. This is the one I want to read like this week. I love this story so much. I've read this before. This is one of my favorite Agatha Christie stories. There are so many of her stories that I love, but Pocket Full of Rye, highly recommend. And I don't have any Agatha Rays in here because I've talked so much about those books. Also, the Hannah Swanson series I love so much. But now I have started reading, I will put a picture of it here because it's an ebook that I'm reading, Pasta, Pinot and Murder. It's about a food blogger who's also a food photographer. She is staging those pictures that you can find on Pinterest, I believe. And she has many adventures. She's also a chef. She has funny people around her. I mean, her mother-in-law is a character, really great character in herself. So I really like that book so far. Highly recommend Cozy Mysteries if you like any of those things. Those are the warm sweaters of books, if you know what I mean. Oh man, I just love those so much. But these were my book recommendations. Now let's move on to movies and TV shows. For movies, for October especially, I'm really into witch movies. I know that I said probably not horror, not spooky movies, but I love those as well, of course. But for a cozy feeling, I just really like witch stuff. I don't know why. And especially like the funny ones, like Hocus Pocus, Bewitched, Practical Magic. And now there is a new Witches, like the Witches movie. I loved the old one. Now there is a new one coming out with Anne Hathaway. Cannot wait. I also really love Nora Ephron movies. Of course, Bewitched is a #1 movie for this season for me. But also You've Got Mail. And basically all of her work. I just love her movies so much. For TV shows, there is also Bewitched, which the movie was based on. But I also love I Dream of Jeannie. That was a TV show that we had on in Hungary when I was younger with Larry Hagman. Oh, it's just so much fun. It's a tiny bit stupid, but it's so perfectly entertaining and fun. So those were movies and TV shows. And some other recommendations and kind of favorite things that I have include naturally some food items. Food or more like drink stuff. I don't think there is a September or October that we can avoid talking about pumpkin spice lattes. And to be honest with you, we do not have that many Starbucks here, and the ones are quite busy and quite, far away, especially from me. So I like to make my own pumpkin spice latte, and for that I have the perfect thing, pumpkin spice mix. And this is something that I make. I made this and it says PSL. I could have just said pumpkin because this is a spice container. But the thing is, you just see PSL and then you would know what it is. This is not my recipe, but I will link the recipe in the description box because you can just buy the ingredients in any grocery store, mix it up, put it in a container, and then just sprinkle it in your coffee. Like I would make a latte, put like half a teaspoon of this spice mix in it, and then put some whipped cream on it, and then just sprinkle this on top of the whipped cream. I'm telling you, it's even better if you make it. You can add some honey in it. You can add some vanilla in it. I mean, pumpkin spice and vanilla. It's the best thing ever. You can customize it. Highly suggest you would make your own pumpkin spice mix. Staying with beverage for a tiny little bit more. This is the season, like October is a time when I'm like, I'm so glad it's the time when we can drink tea again. Because for the cooler weather is when I get back into tea, like for real. And my favorite tea is by Milford. I've checked this online and it is an Austrian company. So probably on eBay you can get it if you have never tried it. They make the tastiest, zestiest teas I've ever had. I don't know how they do it. And my favorite kind is this one. It's called Winter Delight. This is apple and cinnamon, and it actually tastes like apple pie. I don't know how they do it. It's amazing. I mean, apples are also a huge favorite for me for this time of the year because we have apple trees and they are just bombarding us with apples right now. But my other kind of favorite tea is the cherry banana from them. It tastes like fruit punch. Amazing. Milford teas are the best. And with a little bit of honey, you can even put lemon or cream. These are the best beverages of your life. And And then one last thing, other than cozy cardigans, I just love this because I think it looks like a pumpkin color, kind of. I love a good knitwear. That's my favorite kind of clothes to wear. That's my favorite kind of thing, you know, sweater weather. And the last thing I have is this shower gel by the Body Shop. And I have to talk about this because this is the best scented thing ever I have ever smelled in my life. I really have to smell it right now. It smells like some kind of dessert. It doesn't really smell like something you would put on your body, and whenever I smell this, I always want to have grits for breakfast. Like grits cooked in milk. I don't think most of you know what that is, but that's the best meal ever, and it's sweet, and you can put jam on top, and so cool. But anyways, this is the vanilla pumpkin, what is it, shower gel. Yeah, brain fart there. So this is the vanilla pumpkin shower gel. Probably close it, from the Body Shop. So they have a hand cream in this scent and a body lotion, and I have both, and I'm obsessed with this, obsessed. So these are my favorite things to get cozy with in the cold weather. I hope you like this. I hope you try some of these things, and I hope you guys like this video. It's a little bit different, but I thought it would be fun to do this. And yeah, please share with me your favorite things for autumn, for fall, what you like to do, what you like to eat and wear and smell, and all those fun things other than read and watch. And until the next video, guys, let's read something.